News Corp wanted and still does want to buy BSkyB. It was really the transformative deal that would make News Corp even bigger than it currently is. And just to give you some numbers, BSkyB makes £6 billion a year in revenue, and it's expected to report in about a month's time £1.2 billion of net income, of profits. And News Corp is a couple of billion, £2-3 billion of profits dollars. So really, BSkyB would have made a huge difference to News Corp. Now, having said that, what we've seen News Corp actually announce a share buyback of News Corporation shares, because News Corp actually has quite a lot of cash. The last set of accounts had $11 billion of cash on the balance sheet, and a lot of News Corp shareholders want to see them do something with that, but hopefully something that adds value in the future and not destroys value. And with BSkyB out of the frame, at least for the time being, News Corp has got some money to spend.
Louise, Tom Burgess-Watson here in Paris. Now, we've seen massive losses on News Corp's market value. Do you think the damage is long-term?
There's always been a bit of a Murdoch discount for News Corporation shares. He doesn't run the company like ordinary companies are run. And in fact, that has prompted lawsuits from shareholders saying he treats the company like a candy pot, accusing him of nepotism. And it has to be said that to do well in News Corp, it definitely helps to have Murdoch as your second name. The share price of News Corp's come down from $18 down to about $15.35. Has seen a bit of a rebound, interestingly enough. The stock was up 4% yesterday. So maybe shareholders in News Corp think this is the opportunity where they can exert themselves a lot more. This is independent shareholders, where they can improve corporate governance, and where hopefully maybe they may see some of that cash return to them in the form of dividends or share buybacks.
Louise, just a brief word on BSkyB or Sky. The shareholders there likely to benefit from a share buyback. Do you think this company can survive without News Corp?
Oh, phenomenally. BSkyB is doing amazingly well. Throughout the recession, when UK consumers cut back on all kinds of things, when the British high street has been decimated by British consumers not wanting to spend, BSkyB is doing fabulously well. Apparently, British people do not want to cut back on watching their films or watching their football on telly. So BSkyB has done terribly well. It's highly cash generative, and people are expecting that with the News Corp bid out the way, or investors are hoping that BSkyB will increase the dividend and again maybe return some of that cash to shareholders. And what's interesting is that the stock has rallied very strongly since Murdoch pulled the bid. And despite the fact that UK market's down about 1% today, BSkyB shares are actually up to about £7.10, up about 0.5%, 10p above the value that Murdoch's bid came in at £7. So BSkyB shareholders sitting pretty at the moment.